How's everyone's energy levels?
All
right. Well, do as much as you like as always. Oh, perfect. And remember, you can rest anytime. It's pretty warm, so just being mindful. If you need water, feel free to go grab some anytime, yeah? Wow, it can be a busy time of the year. So what do you need out of your practice today? Is it something really slow and steady? Do you need to take a nap? So do as much or as little as you want. And when you're ready, maybe find your mountain shape. This could be seated or standing. Your hands can go wherever you like. Your eyes can be opened or closed. Could you begin to notice that you are breathing? Where are you breathing from right now? Are you breathing through your nose or your mouth? Which part of your torso do you breathe most into? Maybe your chest and shoulders, or possibly towards your ribs or your stomach area. Could you begin to trace and follow your breath in and out? Noticing perhaps how fast or slow you're breathing. Maybe notice the depth of your breath. Possibly noticing how each breath might be slightly different than the other. If it's available for you, as you inhale, could you find more space in your body somewhere? Feel free to wriggle or adjust your shape. As you next exhale, is there somewhere, maybe in your face or your shoulders, that you could find some more space? So an inhalation, create some space. And exhalation, maybe softening somewhere in your face, your shoulders. The next exhalation, see if there's room to maybe soften somewhere else, maybe in your hips. Welcome, welcome. Or maybe next exhalation, check into perhaps your hands or your feet. If you need a chair, you can grab one from the side, or I can help you grab one if you need it. Feel free to go anywhere. When you feel ready, if you can, begin to lengthen your breath in and out. Remember our 3-part breathing? If not, I'll remind you. Can you feel your stomach? Expand your ribs out and breathe all the way up towards your collarbones. Then exhale all the way. Everything comes to center. So 3-part breathing, fill your belly, expand your ribs out, breathe all the way up, filling to the top of your lungs. And then exhaling everything back to center. Come on through. You can grab a chair from the corner there. Feel free to pop anywhere. Couple more at your own pace. If you've just been in a rush or just jumped in, all good, take your time. Couple of big breaths in and out. From here, you might stick with these slow, steady breaths, or see if you could begin to practice triangle breath. Triangle breath. See if you can breathe in for about 3 counts. Hold your breath in the middle for 3 counts. Exhale for 3 counts. You can change the counts if needed. If you'd like to join in, you can join in with my counts or go at your own pace. If you're joining in with my counts, maybe a really big breath to prepare and sigh it all out. Or maybe one more if you want to. Big breath in, completely fill, sigh it all out. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, inhale, all the way, hold. Exhale, everything out. Breathe all the way in. Hold lightly if you can. You can skip the hold if there's any hay fever or asthma. Exhale everything out. Fill up. Hold. Breathe out. Fill up. Hold. Breathe out. 2 more rounds if it's suitable. Fill up all the way. Hold. Breathe out. Fill up. Hold. Breathe out. Taking a big of a breath as you'd like. Fill all the way. Maybe sigh it out 2 to 3 times, as loud or quiet as you need today. Notice where you feel that sensation as you take that sigh. Maybe taking a pause when you're ready to come back to your natural breath. Then maybe noticing the shape that you're in. Any particular sensations or how that particular breathing exercise felt in your body. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Remember, you can always skip and choose a different type of breathing exercise that suits you. And then perhaps 1 to 10, 1 being low battery, 10 being full of energy, battery levels high. Where are you sitting today? From here, perhaps coming back to your 3-part breathing if that's available, or just your natural breath. Perhaps starting to move a little bit. When you're ready, rolling through your shoulders as you inhale. Exhale to draw your shoulders back to your center. Take your time. Go at your own pace. Your movements can be big or small. You can move one side at a time or both sides at the same time. Maybe your arms join in, maybe not. And you could explore maybe holding somewhere if that feels interesting for you. So is there some angle or somewhere in your circle that you'd like to perhaps pause for a moment? Now, as you lift your shoulders, could you notice any sensations in your shoulders or possibly your neck? Some people will feel lots of sensations. Other people might not feel any sensation in certain parts of their body. So just noticing. From here, if you like, perhaps drawing your chin towards your chest, rounding your back as you circle your shoulders forwards. Maybe lifting your chest, your chin, as you circle your shoulders back and down. Just go at your own pace. You never have to match anyone else's movements. And you could explore leaning forwards and backwards if you like. Perhaps you choose a different option or take a pause or rest time. Maybe you add options such as lifting your arms and lowering your arms. Could you move with your breath, maybe? Possibly an inhalation to circle up. Maybe an exhalation to circle down. What sensations might you be noticing in your upper back, possibly your mid back? And in about 3 more of your movements, maybe eventually coming towards your center once again. Feel free to continue moving like this if that suits you. Otherwise, eventually coming back towards your center. Feel free to wriggle out or stay still. Maybe taking a pause, noticing how your shoulders and your back feel. Maybe check into how your breathing's going. And maybe beginning to once again notice the shape that you are in your mountain. Maybe noticing your feet connecting to the floor, your chair supporting you. From here, beginning to explore movement through your hips. Could you tilt and tuck at your own pace? So a tilt and tuck, in case if you haven't done it before, scoop your tailbone under and then arch through your back. Will all look a little bit different. Some people might find that this area of movement is a little bit newer. Tilting and rocking your hips back and forth. From here, could you notice any sensations in your lower back as you do this? Eventually, could you find halfway, so where you're feeling very centered or neutral in your tailbone and your hips? You could use your hands to help you feel that if it's useful. So if you haven't really done this before, you might tuck your tailbone under as much as available. Then you could tilt away and feel your hands kind of guiding you. And then find halfway where your hip bones are neutral, centered. Your tailbone, you might be noticing that feeling centered. From here, going to move down and explore through your hips. So, if you have your back against your chair or if you're upright, you might notice that you have some space to draw circles with your knee. If you would like to explore perhaps leaning on a diagonal, you might find you have more support or have more space to move in your chair. Notice how this hip is feeling today. We all come with different injuries, different life experiences. So working where you would like to explore today and maybe reversing those circles when you feel ready. Any particular sensations that you might be noticing in your hips And aside from trying this with your knee bent, you might try a few with your leg extended if you'd like to try. Notice any differences. And your circles can be big or small. In about 3 of your movements, maybe changing sides. No rush. Oh, notice how that hip's feeling. All right, so you can choose to be upright against your chair or on that diagonal. Maybe explore your opposite side. Feeling free to use your hands for support. Maybe find that diagonal line. Maybe exploring extending your leg if you'd like to. Noticing how that feels on this side. Are there any differences? In about 3 of your movements, maybe coming back towards your center. You can always come out of anything anytime you like. Feel free to move or be in stillness. Noticing perhaps how your breath is traveling. Maybe noticing your sensations through your hips. From here, resetting back in that neutral mountain shape. Could you begin to explore lifting and lowering your heels, one or both sides? And you might notice how your ankles are feeling today. You might notice sensation in your calves as well. Shoes and socks could be on or off anytime. You could stay here with your feet on the floor, or you could lift one or both of your legs. It's your choice. And you might explore pointing and flexing your toes. Noticing perhaps if that changes any of the sensations in your legs. Feel free to modify or rest. Maybe moving with your breath. Great to see lots of different options around the room. Thank you for choosing your own options. And in about 3 of your movements, maybe coming back down towards your center shape. No rush to get there. Take your time. All right. From here, we're going to explore a bit more movement and combinations of movement. When you feel ready, finding your center shape, checking into your breath, maybe noticing your mountain shape. When you feel ready, could you take a shoulder circle, lean forward, and also add in lifting and circling your arms back. Let's try 2 more. Bless you. Hands on your hips, if that's available for you. Finding some space to breathe. Reach one arm up, ground down into your feet, and tip over to one side. You could hold onto your chair with your opposite arm if you want. Can you feel any sensations in your side body? Come up and over to the other side when you're ready. 2 more on each side. Maybe an inhalation to come up. Maybe an exhale to tip over. When you feel ready, eventually coming back towards your center. Once you finish off your last side, From here, lifting your arms up towards the ceiling. Could you twist to one side, letting your hands come down onto your outer thigh, maybe the back of your chair, maybe looking to the side of the room or to the back. Inhale to center, maybe reach up. Exhale to twist to your opposite side. How's your back feeling here? 2 more on each side. Go with your breath. Maybe an inhalation to come up. Maybe an exhale to twist. And if you don't have enough space because your back is against your chair, feel free to scooch forwards. Come on back to your center. Open your arms out to the sides. Reach one leg out. Flex your toes onto the floor. Tip forwards. Really ground down into your opposite foot. Exhale, tip forwards. Inhale, sweep your arms and your chest out to center. And then let's dive down again. Reach out, exhale. You can breathe however you like, of course, anytime. Otherwise, one more. Reach out, fold. Can you feel anything along the back of your extended leg? Come on back up. Swap sides. Reach out and fold. 2 more at your own pace. Maybe look up if that feels suitable for your body today. Maybe one last one. How's this side feeling on the back of your leg? Come back to your center. Oh, feel free to shake it all out. From here, option 2, cross your ankles. Option to cross your thighs. See how you go. From here, take your opposite arm. Requires some coordination, have a think. Opposite arm. And bring your arm across your body. Hug your arm towards you. Inhale, find some space. Exhale, hug. 2 more of your breaths. Option to squeeze your legs together wherever they are. They could be next to each other, across. Or notice any sensations in your shoulders. Open your arms. Hug your shoulders. So same arm, so opposite arm under. Other arm on top. How's your brain feeling? Hug your shoulders. Doesn't matter if you do the other side. All good. From here, can you lift your elbows? Inhale. Exhale, lower. Now, if you can't quite reach your shoulders, all good. You could hold here. Whatever works for your body. One more if you can. Now, you might stay with one of these options. The next thing you could explore is to separate your shoulder blades. Now, that might be a little bit different from what we've done before. So, can you feel your shoulder blades broaden out to the sides? So notice how that feels. You might have lots of movement, you might not. So if that's a bit new for you, just see how you go. All right, then see if there's room to bring the back of your hands together. Maybe, maybe not. We all have different shoulders, chests. Option, palms might come together. Maybe, maybe not. If you have previously practiced yoga, you might hear this being called eagle shape. Here you might explore lifting and lowering your arms. Wherever you are, 2 more of your breaths. Can you feel anything on the outsides of your shoulders or in your upper back? It's a little bit of a different shape, isn't it? Untangle when you're ready. Oh, shake it all out. untangle through your legs. Bit of a pretzel movement. All right. From here, option, you could keep your legs together or cross the other way, or bring up and over. So with this shape, it's a bit different because you could squeeze your legs together if you wanted. If you're full of energy today, squeeze your legs together. Because with yoga, there's often opening or lengthening throughout different areas of your body. So this one, squeezing. Could you cross your opposite elbow under? And, oh, sorry, you could better do this one first. Bring your opposite arm over and hug. 2 more big breaths in and out. How's this shoulder feeling? Any injuries going on, feel free to modify or have a rest as well. Okay. Now open your arms and take your opposite arm under, hug your shoulders. So lift and lower your elbows a couple of times. Notice how that feels for your body. And then you might try that shoulder blade separation one where you broaden your upper back and then you bring it back together. Maybe, maybe not. So lots of options in eagle shape. And then if you want to, you could try bring the back of your forearms. You could maybe see if your fingers or your palms might have space, and you could explore lifting and lowering. And depending on your chest, your shoulders, sometimes you might be able to bring your forearms together, but not your hands, or maybe you stay with a different option. Wherever you are, one last big breath in. And releasing when you're ready. Shake it all out. We have not done eagle before. From here, you're welcome to stay seated or do things standing as well. We're going to explore a couple of shapes with seated standing options. Triangle shape, if you know it, but we're going to stay there for a little bit and move within that shape. So let's find setting up first. Option, go to one side of your chair and take one of your legs out. Yeah, and turn your toes and your knees out. So you've got some space there. You could stay here, or you could try this standing. So if you'd like to stand, it's the same shape. You just come up to standing with both of your legs long. You could adjust so that you have your chair to hold if you want to. All right, wherever you are. Opening through your arms when you're ready. Reach towards your extended leg. Windmill your hand down for support. Maybe reach up with your top hand. You can definitely place your hand on your hip if you prefer. Here, if it's available for you, moving, closing your top hand to your bottom hand like a book. Opening, drawing your arm back up. Exhale, close your book. Inhale to draw your arm. You could try this standing at any time or go back to sitting anytime. Feel free to use your chair for support as well, or move your chair around if needed. Notice how your neck is feeling. You could follow your hand. And with triangle shape, maybe noticing any sensations in your lower back. When you are ready, lifting your arm up towards the ceiling or bring your hand anywhere that suits you, maybe in line with your shoulder. See if there's room to lengthen your torso a little bit. Whatever that might look or feel like for you, lengthening somewhere in your torso. Maybe one more breath. And releasing back down. Ooh, shake it out if you like. Notice how your lower back's feeling. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. All right, let's try out the other side. You could stand or you could sit. So just depending on your hips and your chair, making sure you feel supported, extending one of your legs. You could definitely try this standing. Wherever you've chosen to be, reach towards your extended leg. Windmill your hand down for support. Maybe your opposite arm up. Maybe you choose to stay still on this side for any reason, or begin to close your ball. Breathing out, inhaling to reach up. Go at your own pace. You could try standing options. Do you notice any sensations possibly in your lower back? Maybe following your hand with your eyes if available. Maybe two more at your own pace. And when you feel ready, possibly extending your arms somewhere. And maybe noticing if there's space that you could create throughout your torso. Your eyes might look wherever suits your neck. And coming out of this, shake it all out. Feel free to grab some water if you like. It's fairly warm today. You might reset in your mountain shape, seated or standing. Just noticing your lower back, possibly your shoulders. From here, we're going to explore a middle kind of transition sequence. So all the shapes that we did just before with the 3 movements, let's see if we can put them together before we come to the next shape. When you're ready, big shoulder roll, circle your arms. From here, noticing how your shoulders are feeling, your mountain shape. Then coming all the way up into your side bend. One of your arms down, tip over. Other side. Notice how your side body feels here. Come back to your mountain, taking a pause. Prepare to lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Twist one direction. Doesn't matter which, we'll do both sides. You could lower your hands for your twist if suitable. Come back. Twist to your opposite side. Come back to your center. Take a pause. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Open your arms, extend one of your legs forwards. Flex your toes towards your face if that's available. Fold. Come back up, swapping sides. So we're using this today as our kind of transition between movements. You could call it a flow if you wanted, or a salutation of sorts. And coming back down to your center. All right, coming to your next shape. From here, we've tried this one a couple of times before, so feel free to be seated or standing, your pyramid shape. So this one here, if you're seated, you could try what we did before with one of your legs extended. And then this time, see if you could place your opposite leg further back See if there's room, because you might find that also creates some space for you through your body. In your pyramid shape, keeping yourself quite centered towards your front leg, your hands could be on your hips, maybe inhaling to find space, exhaling to fold forward. Now in this shape here, could you move up and down with your breathing? Maybe an inhale to come up and exhale to go down. Now, if you'd like some more support, you could place your hands on your thigh, or you could try the standing. So if you want to stand, you bring your back foot forwards, flat onto the floor. You step forwards and you're already in pyramid stance. So feel free to come up if you want to. You could have, excuse me, you could have your hands on your hips. Maybe an inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold down. You could also place your hands down. So with this one, the movement, if you'd like to take it, is lifting your torso and folding down. Couple of your breaths here. Feel free to use your chair for support. The focus here is the back of your extended leg. Do you notice anything? Or maybe this side you might not notice any sensations. Maybe 2 more of your breaths wherever you are. Then when you feel ready, changing sides, seated or standing. Take your time. Use your next exhale to fold. Now, if going up and down doesn't feel suitable for any reason, feel free to stay in one spot. Perhaps noticing any differences in sensation from this side compared to the other side. And maybe around 2 more of your breaths before coming back towards your center. When you're ready, untangling. You could stay standing if you prefer, or you could come back to a seat, coming to that transition flow when you're ready. Big shoulder roll. Use your full breath if you can. When you're ready, side bend. One side, then another. Go with your breath. Prepare for your twist. One side, then the other. Untangling from your twist. Opening your arms, extend one of your legs forwards, diving forward. Come on up, try your opposite side. Come back towards your center. Could you lift your heels, whether you're seated or standing? Open your arms if that's available. Maybe say hi to your neighbor. Now you might stay here. If you want to stay seated, you could stay exactly as you are, or you might choose to try and lift one of your legs. Maybe extend, then bend, and come back. Other side. You might choose to do this seated for a few more times, alternating, or you could try this standing. Standing will look a little bit different. If you want to try, you could have your chair close by in case you need some support. Lift your heels. Maybe you fold forwards with your heels. Maybe, maybe not. Exploring your balance, but just being mindful your chair is there for support. Or perhaps you lower your heels and you lift one of your legs, just like you did when you were sitting. And maybe you extend. And notice how your balance is going today. Maybe swapping sides a few times. Notice if you started to hold your breath. Could you come back to your natural breath? Ooh. And if you are exploring movement and balancing, maybe one more on each side, wherever you are. And then could you lift your heels wherever you are? Lift your arms, whether you're seated or standing. Lean to one side. It might get wobbly. It means your body is trying new things, learning new things. Try the opposite side. And come back to your center. Oh, let's try that transition movement. Bend, roll your shoulders. Side bend. You can do this seated or standing. Twist. Maybe your opposite side. Coming back towards your middle, opening your arms. Extend one of your legs forwards, fold. Try your opposite side. Come back towards your middle. Feel free to shake anything up that you need or twist side to side, wherever you are. We're going to start to slow down now. You could stay standing or come to a seat. Feel free to grab some water if you want. I'm going to finish off today with an option to do a little bit of breathing exercise, or you could come to noticing your natural breath right away, maybe slowing down in your own preferred way. So take your time, adjust your mountain shape. Your hands can go anywhere. Your eyes could be opened or closed. Maybe beginning to notice your breathing pattern and where you're breathing from. Feeling the support of the floor and your chair. And this very optional breathing exercise is to inhale through your nose, sigh out through your mouth, and lift and lower your shoulders at that same time. So if you're not sure, you can have a look. Otherwise, around 6 of these, if that's available, then back to your natural breath or that 3-part breathing for a little bit to finish off today. So if you like, inhale through your nose, lift your shoulders up. Open your mouth side out, drop your shoulders. Take a really slow sigh if you can. Inhale, lift, fill everything. Super slow sigh. 4 more if you can. At any time, if you feel too lightheaded, just go back to your natural breath. See if you can completely fill your torso with air. Squeeze your shoulders up and then release. Last one. completely empty. Come back to your 3-part breath if you can, or your natural breath, really steady. Maybe noticing how your shoulders are feeling now. From here, perhaps reaching your arms and legs out in any direction. Just reaching everything out, opening your hands maybe, pointing or flexing your toes. Release down. If you like, you could pair that with that big breath in and sigh. 2 more if you like. Last one. And if it's suitable for you today, maybe taking your hands together. Noticing that connection of your left and right sides. Maybe noticing any sensations between your palms. Notice your breathing pattern. Or notice that you are breathing. From here, checking in once again to your battery levels, 1 to 10, how you're going now. It might not have changed, or it might have gone up or down. But is there anything you'd like to do perhaps today or tomorrow to help you recharge your battery, even if it's something that's 2 to 5 minutes, like giving your dog a cuddle, or calling somebody you like, having a coffee on your deck. From here, feel free to take 1 more big sigh out. Maybe reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Feel free to yawn and stretch and release down. Give yourself a giant clap for being here today. Thank you so much for trying all the pretzel-y things that might have been a bit different today. Any questions are welcome, but there's no rush to move. Some people might want to chat to your neighbors. Feel free to introduce yourself if you're sitting next to someone new, or you might need some quiet time. I hope to see you next week. And if you're